Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Beauty by AJ, and if you are noticing that I am wearing the same thing that I wore in my video last week, that's because I'm recording both of them at the same time on the same day. So other than that, disregard that, but welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be really like a recap of my whole pregnancy journey. I feel like I've been like not very secretive, but just very private with this whole experience. So I just kind of want to help somebody out and just, tell them what I like, my whole journey, because it really doesn't feel like I've been pregnant for 9 months, but I'm literally next month will be my 9-month mark. So or next week will be my 9-month mark. So it's crazy how like it's about to be over and like the real fun begins. But I just kind of want to talk about this whole journey thus far and really give some insight to what it's like to be pregnant. So if you want to see this video, make sure you keep on watching, and if you are new to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the notification button so you're updated when I upload a new video. All right, so we're just gonna take this journey from the beginning. So let's start from the tippy top. So I found out I was pregnant on June 14th, 2019. And how I figured out that I was pregnant, I have a little sister who is 3. And at the time she had a really bad stomach virus. Like she was throwing up whatever she ate, whatever she drank, everything. And she never does that at all. So it was kind of like we knew something was wrong with her. And at the same time, my stomach was starting to hurt, started feeling nauseous. I wasn't throwing up, but I just felt really weak and really sick. And I just knew that I wasn't feeling like my normal self. So I figured I had a stomach virus from her. But eventually, a few days later, she ended up getting better. And I still felt like crap. So I was like, okay, something's not right. And, me just knowing myself and knowing my body, I was being dramatic. I looked down at my stomach and I was like, I'm pregnant. And I was just being dramatic because you really can't tell that you're pregnant when you're not even a month yet, So I was really being very dramatic, but I figured I was pregnant. So I took a pregnancy test and it turned out positive, which I didn't have to go through 8 pregnancy tests to figure that out because I kind of already figured something was going on. So that's really how this whole thing started. Now, if you have been watching my channel for a long time, you know I did what did I do? I hiked a mountain in May, and literally I was pregnant during that time and I didn't even know. And I hiked the whole mountain and I was wondering why I felt like I was about to die after that. I literally hiked up a whole mountain pregnant. Like, of course I would never do that right now because I would literally might die if I hiked up a whole mountain 35 weeks pregnant. Not gonna happen. But like I was wondering why I just felt like it was like draining me, and it was so hot. Like, oh my gosh, like everything makes sense when you like, oh my gosh, like wow. But anyway, that's how I found out I was pregnant. So that was June 14th. On June 30th, I went to the DR. That was my first time going to the DR. I'll link that video up above. That's when I stayed at Now Onyx. Loved the trip, but at that point I knew I was pregnant. So it's like I was being very conscious of everything. I was conscious, whatever. I was just being very careful about everything I was doing because I didn't want to like harm the baby. So I know I couldn't drink. So who goes to the Dominican Republic to an all-inclusive resort and doesn't drink? Me. So we went to an all-inclusive resort. Everybody's drinking. Meanwhile, keep in mind, this is the same time that the whole thing about everybody dying in the Dominican Republic from alcohol was going on. So it wasn't really like I was missing anything anyway, but I was worried. Like I actually had to be cognizant that I couldn't drink and everybody around me was drinking. So I wasn't able to do that. Wasn't really able to eat how I wanted to eat because I like trying new foods from different cultures and everything. Couldn't do that because of the morning sickness. And I felt fat. Like I really couldn't enjoy myself. I really wasn't fat. Which you can probably tell in my video that's starting to like get a little bit of buzz. The what is that? Icon Slim try on haul. I'll link that above too. I was pregnant in that video. That was the same time that I went to the Dominican Republic the first time. And a lot of if you look at the comments, everybody's like, oh, you're so sexy, oh, blah blah blah. I'm like, I'm literally pregnant in that video, but okay. But you really couldn't tell. So I was very you know, cautious of everything I was doing, but I still wanted to turn up, live my life, because we had really been planning for this trip the whole year. Like, we knew we were about to go to the Dominican Republic in June, so we were trying to like turn up and everything. But I was still, like, again, I was still very cautious of everything I was doing. So when we finally came back on the 5th is when I started getting all my things in order for like my first appointment and everything, because I knew I was pregnant, but I didn't know how far along I was. And I ended up getting my first actual appointment on July 19th. And at that appointment, I thought they were gonna, you know, do an ultrasound and everything, but apparently when you are at a new facility, they just do paperwork on your first appointment. So I was just doing paperwork and, you know, trying to get my records in, and they were actually able to guesstimate with me how far along I was. So by their calculator, which again, the calculators are not right, they told me that my due date was January 16th. So from that, I was probably like 14 weeks. A few weeks later, on August 2nd, is when I had my first actual ultrasound, and from the ultrasound I was 16 weeks at that point. So my new due date was January 31st, and that means they were only 2 weeks off. But yeah, so that was like really when I had my first ultrasound, the first trimester was over. So I really didn't like remember much of the first trimester. I just remember feeling really sick and just being very miserable because of the morning sickness and just being tired and having to pee and, you know, food aversions, just things like that you always hear about. That's really what I went through. Okay, so I also want to add that on my ultrasound on August 2nd is when they were drawing blood and everything. And I talked about this in my last video. They took like 13 vials of blood, and I literally cried at that appointment because I felt like I was going to pass out because it was so much blood, and I just wasn't prepared for that. They didn't tell me they were doing all that. But they actually did the maternity T21 test, I believe is what it's called, and I'll put the video right here. Alright guys, so we are at Eggs Up Grill. I am eating breakfast, and I just came back from my appointment, and we got our M21 results back. So I find out if I'm having a boy or a girl. Fingers crossed it's a girl, but Gerald really wants a boy. But you know, I'm blessed with whatever, as long as the baby's healthy, honestly. So I guess we're gonna go ahead and open it and see what we're having. He's recording me on another phone, so I look dusty. Ooh. It's a girl. I'm so excited. So yes, I am having a girl, and very excited. If I would have had a boy, I probably would have cried because I did not want a boy. And it's nothing wrong with anybody having boys. Like, if I have a boy next, I won't be upset. It's just I don't really know how to. I've never had like a baby boy around me. I've always been around girls, so I know how to, you know, deal with girls, if that makes sense. So now skip to the second trimester on the 12th of September. So I went through like this phase where I was like, oh my gosh, I'm about to be somebody's mom. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm never going to have a life again. I'm not going to have any freedom, blah, blah, blah. Which I know that all this is not true, but knowing the type of mom that I'm going to be, like, I'm going to be very devoted to my child, and like, I'm not going to just be doing things just because, like, I have a husband at home. I'm not going to just be going out with friends every weekend because I know I can. Like, I'm going to be spending time with my daughter because that's the stuff that matters, you know? So I was just going through that mindset, like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to be able to do what I want to do again because I'm going to be focusing so much on my child. And I ended up booking another trip to the Dominican Republic. Don't ask me where I scraped up this money from, because it was saved from my account for a rainy day. This was not the rainy day I thought I was saving for, but I really enjoyed that trip, and I'll link that video up above. It was really great, and I'm happy that I went. I had my 20-week ultrasound the week after the 12th. So I think it was like the 20-something, maybe September 20th is when I had my 20-week ultrasound, which was my second ultrasound. And as I've already said, you only get 2 ultrasounds. So I had my 20-week ultrasound, and I was just so excited to finally see what my baby looked like, because you know, your first ultrasound, the baby's like all of this big. You can't see anything. So, you know, knowing that she actually has a face now and might look like somebody, I was really excited. And then we get there and she's not cooperating at all. Lucky for me, I was able to get a 3rd ultrasound. So I had my 3rd ultrasound scheduled for October. But in my 3rd ultrasound, which was October 18th, I was 25 weeks pregnant. And I was actually able to see her face. I was so excited. She looks like me, I guess. I don't know who she looks like. Honestly, I feel like whenever somebody says, oh, the baby looks just like blah, 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 like, you really can't tell what it looks like. It looks like an alien. But, like, I was able to see her face, and she had such chubby cheeks to be 25 weeks. Now, keep in mind, that was 10 weeks ago. Like, I have no idea what she looks like right now. So I'm kind of anxious to give birth, because I want to see what this little alien inside of me looks like. And then also, I'll insert this video of me doing the glucose drink test to test for gestational diabetes. I just recorded myself doing it because everybody says it's so horrible. It wasn't that bad. I did almost throw up, but it wasn't as bad as everybody made it seem. All right, y'all, it is the crack of dawn. It's really only like 9 o'clock, but I'm about to take this glucose drink, and hopefully it's not too horrible. I know people say it's either really bad or it's like a flat soda, so that's kind of why I got orange, because I like orange soda. So hopefully it's not too bad. I'm kind of scared because of all the horror stories I've heard. And then after this, I'm supposed to go to the doctor and get my blood drawn, which I hate needles. So okay, it's my orange soda. So yeah, it tastes like flat orange soda, like with ice in it for 4 days. It's not bad. It's just like I'm not used to having to drink juice like all at once. It definitely tastes like orange soda though, so I'm happy it doesn't taste like, you know, like grape flavored medicine or something like that. But I feel like I'm taking a shot. It's tingling in the back of my throat. Oh my gosh. Ooh, so sugary. And I'm like used to drinking water or watered down juice because everything tastes so sweet to me. Like halfway done. Oh. I'm good. I'm good. Whoa. All right, a little bit left. I'm so dramatic, y'all. It's not bad. It's just really got a little tingle in the back of your throat like flat orange soda. And it's really, it don't taste like it got like a fizz or anything. It's just like juice, but it's flat. I don't know how to describe it, but it's not the best. It's not the worst thing I've tasted, but it's definitely not the best. And don't mind my hair. I just washed this wig yesterday. And this is Wiggins Body Wave, which there should be a review on my channel. I'll link it somewhere at the top. And this is the body wave, and this is like the natural texture of the hair. Haven't done anything. My wig isn't even sewed down, which is why I got this on, because I'm just going to the doctor. Might take it off after I come back. All right, did it. I'm a champ. If I could do this, I could do childbirth, right? Yep. All right, I'll come back when I have something interesting. But other than that, like, that's all I've been going through for this whole pregnancy journey, and it's almost over. Like, I've really had a good pregnancy. That's what everybody tells me. Like, I haven't had heartburn, I haven't had stretch marks, I haven't had a lot of things that most people go through. Which I am happy about that, and I'm just ready for her to get here because I'm tired of being pregnant. So that's how this journey went. And if you are also pregnant and, you know, have your own journey you're going through, thumb up this video, or if you just find it interesting, thumb it up. If you like, or if you have any questions, comments, concerns, want to talk about your pregnancy journey a little bit, leave a comment down below. We can chit chat. And of course, if you're new to my channel or you haven't already done so, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the notification button so you're updated whenever I upload a new video. And I appreciate you guys for watching this long video. I know it's like 30 minutes long. And yeah, so I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my video next week.